Okay, so we put all the meat in here. Garlic, onion, and stir them up. So, important thing is that we need the brisket. Okay, so we need ketchup. That's important. Or you can use tomato sauce and sugar, same thing. So mix them up good. So I use garlic salt from Lowry's. Okay, so some MSG. Now the smell started to come up real good. So when everything is well mixed, we're going to put in the water, and we're going to simmer it until the meat are done. But don't forget, a lot of people like tendon. We're going to put tendon in later, okay, when the water is in. Normally you should cut it small, but we're going to cut it after. So I'll put fresh garlic. It smells so good. So again, everything is all in the sauce, or the broth, and the marinade. So everything is seasoned correctly. It's going to taste so good. Alright, it looks good already. So I like wine, so I'm going to put some wine in here. Oops. Alright, more wine. Okay, so some pepper. Now, looks like we're ready to put the water in. So it looks good and it smells good now. Okay, so to make the broth good, we put some lemongrass. But look at this, we split them so for the flavor to come out. And we're going to take out the lemongrass later. We also need the dry star anise seed. Okay, these will add the flavor. So it's up to you. You can put more or less for the smell, but this one actually they added the sweetness to the broth also. So don't forget that. Before we put in the water, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sugar cane. Put in some cinnamon. Alright, so now we're going to put the water in and simmer it until it's done, until the meat is tender. And now we can put some of these And they call it daikon. To make the broth sweet. And the most important thing is the carrot. Okay, carrots. We're going to put a lot of carrots. So carrots is good for you. Now, it's easier to cook for 4 people, but when we cook for a lot of people, it's harder, especially for the taste. But we're not a restaurant, so we don't really measure them by pound, but if you look at the brisket, fat is floating up. So without the fat of the beef, the broth is not going to be any good. So if you're afraid of fat, you can't cook this one. You don't have to eat it, but you need the flavor. So since we put a lot of water in here, we need to put more salt. 1, 2, 3, 4. So normally 1 teaspoon for each bowl we put in here, or 2 bowls. So we put like 10 bowls in here. So 6 will do. And then we can taste it and put more later. But the important thing is that the broth have to be good so it will soak into the meat. That's the most important thing. If the soup is not tasty already, it won't soak into the meat, then the meat won't taste good. I just tasted it a little bit. It's very flavorful and it's perfect. But after it's hot and boiled and it's going to evaporate, the soup's going to get saltier and we're going to put some more water in. But the most important one is that all the flavor stuff are in there. So to make it boil a little bit faster, I put the lid on. Oh, I don't know how long it's been, but I think it's maybe an hour. So let's taste it again and make sure that it's still good. Wow. Very nice. Maybe we need a little dab of salt. Now the taste should have a little sour of the ketchup, the spice. And now, if we need a little more sugar, I use brown sugar. I don't use white sugar. Only in certain dishes that I have to. So now, I put a little bit, like a spoon or 2 spoons of brown sugar. So there's a brown sugar. So always, you know, at the final, just put a little bit at a time until it's perfect. Don't put too much and you may screw it up. And now if you look, I'm going to put some color red oil again on this one to make it look nice. Now the important thing is that normally all the meat, after an hour and a half, we have to take it out and check. We don't want it to be too tender. It's just right. And after an hour, with the soup, it's good. It's already soaking all of the spice and everything already. So you should be able to just eat the meat alone without the soup. Okay? And we're going to eat this with French bread or pop. So right now it's 11:40. Karen and Brandon is going to come back with Audrey and Grandma. They're going to taste this first for lunch. So we're going to have to cook another pot because I don't know, maybe this is not enough for 20 people or maybe 25. So we still have meat and everything. So the goal is to cook another pot, and if we can't finish, we're going to eat it through the week. Because the meat tendon and stuff like that is not tender enough, so we don't want to overdo the carrots, so we pull them out. Alright, whatever the meat take longer, we leave it in there and take the meat that is tender already.